Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Why did that not work? What the hell? Wow, alright, so we've been dealing with a whole bunch of technical errors today. I do not know why. Let me check this real quick. Does this video even work? Yes, it does. Yeah, let's start out with that, shall we? I apologize for being about 10 minutes late or so for our regular start, but we had this really weird thing go on where, for whatever reason, my capture device and XSplit decided to have a little bit of a shit match, and it wasn't allowing the footage to be recorded. It wasn't actually on. I'm kind of hoping that I fixed it, but it took me about 20 minutes of technical support in order to be able to figure that out. And that was just me, just like turning on and off things, deleting things, and I managed to put everything back together in relatively quick time. And I'm pretty sure everything looks exactly the same, so let's go ahead and jump into the game. Why don't we? Let's just clear that out. I got a whole bunch of windows up here. Just because I had to, like, really quickly just dirty set this thing back up in record time. I think this is where our usual audio levels are for Ace Attorney Investigations. Let's hop over to the window. Okay. It appears the video footage is working, and I believe the sizing is proper. I don't know. I managed to... I don't know. I had to, like, delete the presets for a couple of these capture windows, and I had to, like, reset them up on the fly as quickly as I possibly could. I think it's put together properly. I don't think there's anything stretched or anything that looks different from what it would usually. So hopefully everything's fine. I don't want any more technical errors tonight. That would suck. But anyway. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Hello. I don't know. That's how I was originally planning on starting the stream, but nope. Also, I know this is just sort of me starting out complaining a whole bunch, but I on top of everything else, I also started out with this kind of iffy, annoying little headache. I took some Advil prior to the stream, like 40 minutes ago, just to make sure it wouldn't be a problem. I'm hoping that once we get into the funny bits, everything will just line up and everything will be fine. So anyways, the last time that we did stream, we got through episode 2. So we've done Turnabout Visitor, we've done Turnabout Airlines, and now episode 3. I have never seen this silhouette before. I have no idea who this might be. I don't know. There's one or two characters from the original Ace Attorney games that I kind of think this guy resembles, but I think this is a new character, probably one of the people that's on the box, and it's the Kidnapped Turnabout. Who's being kidnapped? Question mark, shrug. Let's see. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Flurry of question marks. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Kidnapper who, where? Who would have thought that upon my return I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop off. Oh dear. Oh good, and we are using the suitcase. Lovely. I'm gonna turn it down in my own ears real quick. Now that I know that I can do this without skipping dialogue. There we go. I hope if the levels are too high or too low for you, it should be fine, but today is weird, so I don't know. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. Oh yeah, that's right. We had a conversation with someone before all of these events took place. The last stream. I have no idea who they are. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Oh boy, are we outside the Gatewater Hotel? Welcome to Gatewaterland! Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Dear God, it has soulless eyes. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Yes, sir. Hello? What the fuck?
Who are you? You're not Ernest Armano.
Sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
Sorta not. Rather not get into the details. No, I'm a prosecutor. Does that fly with you? Awkward silences. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe. I really need you to come through for me this time. Well, this one time. And never again. Alright. So we're inside A state. Oh! Hey! I recognize that symbol. Edgewood speaking.
Next, come to the haunted house.
Oh, come on. Stop leading me on a freaking chain. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. Damn solicitors. I've arrived.
Go inside.
Oh, dear God. Back up, please. Oh, this does not look safe at all. One of these mirrors is going to show me something creepy. Also, it sounds like a bird is being kidnapped. Along with who we've already seen kidnapped. What a dismal place. Oh boy, is that a Mr. Meeseeks on the other end of this? That's the first thing I thought. Existence is pain! I just want to die!
That's it. Go through those doors.
I get nothing dangerous about anything happening. Am I being watched from somewhere? I'd say since he knows exactly where you are at all times, yes. Oh, he's sitting me down for a meal!
Leave the money and go, now.
Ugh. What was that? Crash? I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Yay! Playing in haunted houses. Huh. Interesting. Again, blue thing. What is that? Oh, dear. Nope. Not happy. Not having it. Oh, straight up sword. Cool. Hopefully you've got good reflexes. There was a trap! March 13th, 11:23 a.m. Oh god, who knows? That guy betrayed... I don't know who this is. No, it can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? What are they talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of. Meet up. I can't move my body. I feel I may faint again. Nice mask. Gee. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. Where has he been, looking at me? The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano group. Okay, so I think this is one of the people that I was talking to earlier. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, has been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I see a calculator or something or other sitting next to him. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Was that making you that funny? Who is this? Who is there? How dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh. Hello. Are you a ninja? Wait. Actually, no, that's a stupid question. You have no masks and you are very clearly dressed, eccentrically as hell. Who are you? Are you the one of the kidnappers? Kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. I'm waiting for the porn music to start. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. It's gonna be a while before I get that name. Great thief? And did you really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, right, we said that before. Yeah, the Yatagarasu. Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. Faraday? I recognize that last name. Who? Faraday. You can call me Kay, okay? Good. Glad that's settled. Still out of it. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you'd be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Oh, she is down in the dirt when I get my hands on her. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? Yes? You had tied me up. This rope goes through here, and there you go. Ooh, what a relief. I owe you my thanks. I don't know. We don't really know who she is. It's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Great thief. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady such as me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I am the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. That's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I mind! I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. She's gonna pull his wallet out of her pocket and be like, "Hey!" See? Now I've stolen something. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yep. You snivelly. The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary Great Thief. But the title was only recently succeeded to me. So, I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. That explains why they can last for years and years and years. It's like some serial murderer that just hands down the title and it turns out that there's like several of them or something. Some horrible conspiracy. But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and one thing... Oh wait, and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing? And what would that be? But that's gonna have to wait until we find our way out of here. So you're kidnapped... Wait, no, you can't possibly be... Well, alright. You're not kidnapped, but are we on like some kind of a compound with guards? Well, at least there's one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. Getting to know you, getting to know more. So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Ah, now I remember. How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. All right then, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's get out of here. Oh, no. Yeah. All right, you were on that sill there. I don't know. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you. La 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 la. Oh, what a bum thief. Kay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. Well, crap. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Very well. Well, again, one of the things that immediately caught my eye was this thing. Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. Is this place lead-lined? What? Ah, but we do have a way right here. Oh, okay. Ah, there was a cell phone here the whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Ah! Ha. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. You can say that about Gumshoe. At the very least, he is a go-getter and knows what to do in the event of a situation. The follow-through and being good at it is the other thing. But in doing that, I sorta... What's wrong, Detective? Oh, crap.
Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me.
Who is this?
Shylock, Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you.
So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case?
Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble.
Why would you say that?
Lang Zi says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning.
I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Cool and calm as ever. It's like, I might be in trouble, but fuck this place.
Sorry, no can do.
What?
We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll come find you. Eventually.
Boy, it looks like we have a bunch of costumes in here. Hopefully we can eat them. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No. My phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter now anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. We'll see. What is this? Exactly, what is this? Looks like the Bad Badger, and it looks as bad as ever. It looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is the only head sitting out here on the floor? Why is it the only head? Interesting stuff. Then we got this photo rally thingy. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger. It's his whole family too. Oh, there's yeah, I mean, I kind of had an idea that there were multiple types of Blue Badger, but a freaking family. Oh dear. Yeah, the really creepy one without the eyes. That's not cool. No. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that! That's cheating! There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? Somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. No, I'd say not. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of the game? How quaint. So we can at least know that that badger is not accounted for. And probably shady. Then we got paint. Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. How? Are we going to paint a yellow brick road to walk down? And what exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant letters. And hopefully somebody sees the door. And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals and die? Because that's what's going to happen. Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and called the cops. Actually, that may not be all that great. That might not be all that great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. You haven't stolen anything yet. You clearly said that. Or are you lying? Let's try to find something other than the paint to use, shall we? Alright, well, we have our hands on some costumes. And particularly one that's pink. And full. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this. Okay, let's see. The proto-badger, the very first badger, and a creepy bastard at that. The blue badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Bad badger, let's see. I can't really read that one. What? Criming... Oath. Whatever. Pink badger. Note her unique pink bow. And pink everything. What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all the things you ever need to know about the clan. Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. A vile criminal with a gun! Jesus. I suppose that means that this is where they keep all the costumes. It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are emptied. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. Okay. Well, that's a little bit weird, considering... I mean... Alright. Now, alright. I'm trying to go through the logic here. If they were doubling up on how many Badgers were actually out on the field, wouldn't all 8 of those boxes be empty? And if that were the case... there's only 1 sitting here. So there is potentially 3 rogue Badgers just wandering around. That's creepy. But aren't these Badgers the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring the theme park. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-loop roller coaster. Ooh. Fun. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy just at the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, we got ourselves a key. And what have we here? Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Of course, stealing keys for the sake of stealing crap. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. Oh boy, you're not going to be a good thief. Can already tell. The something is what is relevant to my interest. Very well, and then we have this one. I suppose this is the pink badger, but since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink. Yes, and her lips are red. See? Lipstick. Oi. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon? Nor is that too obvious? Again. So... nothing... Okay, this is literally the same stuff. I wanted to kind of note the fact that... that one's full and this one's not. There's got to be something to that. This is that blue badger I met at the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter, and cuter, and cuter, and cuter, and cuter, and eventually it was just a big bag of sugar. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger. Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this Badger, Kay? I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there is a much cooler and cuter one out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. Look, it's the Blue Badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. I can't stand him. Well, what in the... Why is she suddenly beating the Blue Badger's image up? He's got the word badge right in his name. How bad is that for a girl like me? And I think he's out there, wandering around in this park. I better be careful or he's gonna arrest me by the power of the name alone. I somehow doubt the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. Yes, no. The seriousness does not exist. Okay. Let me look at the logic real quick. I don't think I have anything. Yeah, costumes and tiny key. I may be able to open something somewhere in this room. Seems that the costumes of the Badger family are kept in the isolated room. Let me look at the organizer clues real quick just to see if anything meshes. Map and explanation of park attractions listed. Touch the check button. Stadium, haunted house, Wild Wild West, main gate. Got it. Bad Badger. Costumes separate into heads and bodies. This head was left in the isolation room. The Badger photo. Okay. There's only one of each Badger in the park. Try to get the whole Badger family. That's what I thought. So, 4 of these costumes make sense being out there. 3 of them are rogue. We have 1 head. Creepy. Then we have this stuff. Yes, very first Badger. An ally of justice who keeps the peace. A vile criminal with a gun. Pink Badger. Note her unique pink bow. Interesting. It's gotta be something about this that I... Is there any deductions that I can make out of this? I don't think so. Pretty sure I've checked every nook and cranny of that. Can I look at this thing on the wall? No. Ooh, hey, there's some lockers. Man, why'd they have to put the windows so high up anyway? How's that thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Haha, that's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Or somebody with a brain. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. You know, you could try and give somebody a boost. Man, why'd they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we'd need some sort of foothold. Well, I think I know what to do with that. What I'm thinking is that if we want to have some form of a foothold, the easy way to do it is to unlock the cabinets. Pieces don't fit together quite right. Shit. I chose lockers and tiny key, right? Very well. I don't know. Let's talk with you real quick. Ooh, the kidnapping. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with 2 kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the 1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Ooh, hey, cool idea. Whoa, we can peer into the room where the kidnappers were from there, yeah. What do we got? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. A ladder! There's another door on the side. Oop. Right over there. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one. Which would mean that I can probably assume that these 2 rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. Got some folding chairs back here. Oh, a beam. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on... hook on it to hold a propped up floor panel in place. Well, which reminds me... Did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. Well, yes. Big ol' hole in the floor. Is that what I think it is? Looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves! No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. Neat. Okay, so now that I know that, let's go ahead and throw our logic into a blender. Yes. So, let's see. Lockers. If we can get to the top, then we can escape somehow. Costumes. The panel is held in place by a hook. The entrance to an underground room, perhaps. Could this tiny key have something to do with maybe opening a floor panel? No. Not exactly the shining example of the perfect line of logic. Arr. Okay. I guess... Seems that the costumes, the badger, isolation... Lockers in the floor panel, perhaps? Damn it. Okay. Maybe I didn't find something. I don't know. I just feel like that there's probably something else that I could be doing right about... Oh, like, I can take a look at this. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? Oh, neat. I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to the to and out the window if we climb this. Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks. The little hook looks like it might make a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck. Count on it. The great thief, Yatagarasu, spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go. Oh, boy. So you can't climb. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. There we go. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. Yes, you are, because I'm smarter than you. Right, so... that beam you're tied to. Connected to the floor. Bingo. This hook on this beam. You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on. Alright, come on. Even you have to admit when something's just not possible. I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this top. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Sweet. Now this is what I call a treasure. Alright, let's go ahead and examine this thing, shall we? Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. And what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch! Alright. This thing is locked down tight. There we go, we're piecing everything together. Ah, fiddlesticks. Well, what if this tiny key could be used to do the underground thing? Ta-da! I believe you're up, Kay. Hi, why me? Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha! Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of those moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Done. Alright, I got the secret door open. And now... Wait! What? Ah! Are you alright, Kay? I'm fine. The ladder just slipped us all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down here, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way! I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? The ladder is removable. Lockers. Done. Nudge, nudge. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh, so how are we going to bust out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well, then what are we waiting for? Fancy. Let's just make absolutely sure nobody falls down the hole again. All right, now we can get out of here. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage, and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Oh, well, tarnation! Right. March 13th, 12:11 p.m., Wild Wild West area. So where am I? Oh, okay, we were hidden in the Wild Wild West area. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth, oh. Hey, Gumshoe. I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was going to give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask, what in the world is that? Oh, wait, what in the world that is? Well, that's, Oh, wow. MIB. Count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 98, 99. Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. My God, you really rounded up like, oh, hi. Yes. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Chifu! Chifu! Hotshot, I see, of the MIB. You are Ancient Lang, I take it? You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Okay. My guess is that he's supposed to have some sort of an accent, but I don't know what it could be. Grr. Lang Z says, cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shina. Tina, rather. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You all see that just now? That is proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind, and you'll get far in life. Got it? Everybody's freaking out. Oh, that's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zengfa. I do not know what kind of accent that would be, so screw it. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic.
How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal?
The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. Cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is, if I had been there, no one would have died. Well, good for you, buddy. World ain't perfect. I would have solved the entire case, and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ackby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So, I ask that you please allow me to participate in... Oh boy. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mock the court? I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? Plenty of folks. Plenty. You have not been on the side of the fence. And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Hello. Alright, man. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Sir! And they're off like a scurry of ants. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor. You just sit right there and don't cause any trouble. Understand? Wait! Mr. Edgeworth. It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that. I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Very well. Give me the deets. Love when old classic music stings start up. Great job, Detective. Sir. For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir. I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm going to show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Agent Lang. Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. Like I said, he's amazing with the follow-through. Not good at the execution. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that wolf man showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? What do we do? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Me? Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean? Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Oh boy, the jealousy is about to boil over. Kay Faraday.
What?
Funny, I don't recall making you...
Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like that since... forever!
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role.
How could you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence.
Come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet.
No way. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl.
Oh dear. I don't know, she seemed a little more... you know what? Nope, now that I've weighed my options, both of them are not very quick-witted. Let's try and present some crap, shall we? Badge!
If you're gonna show me a prosecutor badge, then I'll show you my police badge.
Your wallet is looking rather thin, Detective.
Oh, whoops. Must have left my badge at home. I always get the two mixed up. That's not a laughing matter, Detective.
What about the pamphlet?
Gatewater Land. Who would have guessed this place would be such a success? But the Gatewater Group and I would go way back, you know.
Yes, same here. I handled 2 murder cases that took place at 2 of their hotels. And it was you who headed the investigation in each case.
Oh, I remember that, sir. It was I was 16 back then, standing in front of the hotel in the snow.
Clearly, we are not on the same page here. Alright, what do you think of this nonsense?
I'm sorry, sir. Absolutely nothing is coming to mind right now. As a man, the only thing I can attest to is this. To be a man, I, Dick Gumshoe, will tell no lie.
His heart's in the right place. Now to work on his deduction skills. Do you know about this pop culture nonsense?
Oh, are you participating in the photo rally too, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm only doing this part of my duty, sir, yeah.
I see. In that case, keep up the good work. So, how many have you found so far?
I've been sort of busy with the investigation, so I haven't really found any yet.
Something tells me finding the Badgers isn't really a part of his duties. Well, at least he hasn't found one. That way we know he's working. The Bible.
You actually got a copy, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, can you show me the very last page?
The last page? Very well, and let's see here. Interesting. Why is your name listed here under special thanks?
That's it, sir! You found it!
Yeah, that's because I did the choreography for the Dance Blue Badger song. What the hell is that? I suspect that no one entrusts him with any real responsibilities at work. Fair enough. So that's all that stuff. Now I can investigate this area for no reason. It's an old-fashioned rocking chair, the kind that makes you feel instantly at ease. Or terrified that it's going to fall over, but you know what. There's something written here. A soothing 10-minute sitting for only $100. I see, reverse psychology. Make it so expensive that no one would dare sit in it. Barrels? It's an empty barrel. I'd venture to guess that its only purpose is to set the mood. Touch the cactus. It's a cactus, and there's something written here on the sign. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewater Land from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. We got a fence. I don't know why I'm checking this. This horizontal bar is used for tying up horses. Apparently you can ride real horses at the Cowboys Ranch area just up ahead. Is it possible that the culprits have already escaped with the help of a stolen horse or two? No. Under Agent Lang's orders, we already rounded up all the horses. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. We rounded up all the horses, and every last one has been accounted for. Agent Lang is good, although I won't go so far as to say I'm impressed just yet. I could talk with you. Man! I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. That's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. Next step. So, what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Ah, come on. You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's do it. Let's go. But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any ordinary great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. What is it? Freaking tell me. What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing. And that is the right. Yeah, I remember now. If you pickpocket me and steal something that incriminates me, I am going to lock you up so deep underground. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw a business world into a panic. Yeah, the business world, rather. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Although we still don't know much about the thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated, not filtered, without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a oh my god. It is so difficult to read the text with, like, a white background. Like, there's a little bit of a gradient, but holy shit. 3-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing was the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be, can it? I guess we'll see. Oh, Lance, where are you, son? Who? What? Son? Oh, dear God. Mr. Hamano? No, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you returned. For you, Mr. Hamano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. Neato. If you ever want to go overseas again, you only need to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So's the old man. Hey, respect, lady. He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Armano, Ernest Armano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. That is a crap load of money you're carrying around at a constant basis. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Armano. Hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? gone. I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run.
What?
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Armano. I don't know. Maybe I could present something, but let's ask some questions. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy! Sniff. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Armano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation. Dang. That won't be admissible in court. Shit. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? I will tell you about Lance help you get him back. Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then. Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. Oh, don't flatter yourself. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off him. Is there anything else about him you noticed as of late? Well, now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Who is this Oliver Deacon? Mr. Armano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave. What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Very well. Detective Gumshoe! Yes, sir! Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Armano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it.
Oh boy, it's a rivalry. Who can help me more?
So what should we examine first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area, but the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped.
Okay, let's get looking.
Hey, you there.
Oh, me?
What are you doing goofing off in a place like this?
I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation.
Shut your mouth. You don't want them to know. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command.
No way. I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something?
No. I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good. Now let's go.
No!
Boy, have I just the job for you. Wow, that was exciting. Well, shit. One less manpower. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Come on! I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you this position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yadagarasu way. It's taking me a while. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever. You win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant, Kay, is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Yup, so I noticed that you were here. I guess now it's time to take a photo. Ah, no! Bad. Hey, it's the Blue Badger! Badger, get! I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw? Badger, no, nothing. He's doing that contorted wiggling dance again. Aha! Oh dear! No, you've uncovered my uncover identity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir! Why are you here? Aren't you Officer Meekins? Yes. Sir! Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir! This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? No, quite the opposite. I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? He usually does. Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting your time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir! I'm the Blue Badger! And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids! That's never a waste of time, sir! I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir! I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir! I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So, what do you know about the current position you're in? So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir! That's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of the kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactic. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. Okay. So that means that other people, part of the police force, are in these costumes. I'm scared. Any clues? How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir! For about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir! I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I have been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park and while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a Blue Badger, sir. A lone Blue Badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. And the contradictory thing is talking about how there's only one in each part of the park. Well, actually, no, there's only one in the park for each of the types. Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a Blue Badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. Yup. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the Blue Badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another Blue Badger wandering the premises. What, sir? Then that would mean that there are two Blue Badgers walking around. But why? Yeah, I knew it. But that means that there are two other Badgers that shouldn't be walking around as well. Okay, so with that said, I'm actually going to go on a little bit of a BRB, because I need to go to the bathroom. So hang tight, I will be right back. I had a giant strawberry lemonade a little earlier. It was good, but was freaking huge. Okay, so we figured that out. I wonder if I need to present anything to Meekins. I don't know if I want to keep talking to him. I feel like that would be hazardous to my health. Hello, sir. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. So we got a mural thing going on here. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling, or rather, stealing them? If you can coach them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet-talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, okay? And you decided to sit down here. Nothing new. I'll present stuff if it's my last option. Let's see, some prints. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, just a passing rain. That's why the ground has already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we followed them, we could find out where the kidnappers went. Plus we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it'll be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. Well, if we can deduce the fact that they were wearing Blue Badger outfits, and if the outfits came with shoes, which it appears that they do. Actually, come to think of it, I wonder, could we logic those things together? There's only supposed to be one Blue Badger in the park, but second was spotted. So perhaps if we connect the shoes with the fact that they were wearing a Badger costume, we can figure this out. Nope! I can't see a clear connection. I can, but I guess I need to figure that one out myself. Oh, good God. All right, so I was trying to look over here. I was like, what the heck is that thing over... Is that just a gigantic hand finger? No, actually, I think that's a cat. That confused the hell out of me. Excuse me, but if you could just move... Sorry. What about you? What are you doing here? If you could just let me through. Sorry. Can I go into the saloon? I don't believe so. I've checked all that stuff. I've checked all that. It's a set of tire tracks originating from this garage. Ah, so that means a car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct. But for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Interesting. What kind of car would have 3 treads? I'm not sure. Okay, I feel like I need to start presenting stuff to some people, so... Meekins. Maybe we could do some stuff about, like, the blue bag. Screw it. Sir! It's so incredibly shiny, but it has a really ugly shape! I knew it! I was right to go for the much more manly police badge, sir! But I lose a lot. I lose it a lot. And I just know I'm gonna lose it for a real one of these days. Wait, lose it for real one of these days, sir? Okay. Good God. Mr. Edgeworth, I think the cop is 1 donut short of a baker's dozen. I know. Believe me, I know. So, what do you think about this? Sir, I'm undercover as the Blue Badger now, sir. I must pretend to not know anything about anything, sir. I mustn't respond to that. You would be like shooting fish in a barrel. You know nothing about the head. What about this contest? Drip, drop, little by little, our privacy is being sold off to the public through this, sir. But this means I need to work extra hard on my cute poses. Oh, like what? Like this! Great, now I know what your new pose will be. Look, sir, I've successfully stolen his pose and speaking style, sir. Yeah. That's nice, Kay. What about the encyclopedia here? Sir, you have a copy of the Blue Badger Bible too, sir? That was written by experts on the Blue Badger family, sir, and it's very, very thorough. It doesn't matter that I was made the Blue Badger only a little while ago, sir. That book helped me memorize every name of every badger, sir. It's not that hard to remember for 4 incredibly obvious names. Yes, it is the Kids Row equivalent of a family. So, wait a minute. There wasn't anything more that I could do with you, right? Nope. Can I present stuff to you? I don't think you will care one way or the other about anything that I got. But, whatever. Seeing that badge reminds me of Manfred. Now, he was the one fine prosecutor. The best of the best. Yes, I can't disagree with you there. I sense that you don't really want to talk about him. How I feel about him. It's hard for me to be truthful about that with another person. Your hard countenance. I don't know what you're thinking or feeling. But mark my words, I think you and Manfred's true you are Manfred's true successor. I really do. Okay. That looks to be something with quite a bit of value. But then, all things have some value attached to them. Only by probing deep into the unknown can we become true winners in this world, Miles. Thanks, but knowledge isn't what's going to make me a winner here. It's information. You know about this thingy? Nope. What about the contest? Nothing about the contest. All right. So what do you know about the Badger family? Oh, you useless slug. Okay, fine. I mean, I've checked every other thing around here. Can I examine this? I don't know. I've got you now, you vile criminals! I'd think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these. Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think the criminals would be hiding there, right in front of 2 officers. I certainly hope not. We deal with some thick people, so it's always possible. Okay. Do you have anything to say, Kay? Yes. Kay, what do you think about the kidnapping? Well, I don't know anything about the victim. So actually, I was hoping you could tell me. Oh, that's right. I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other than the director of the Amano Group, Mr. Ernest Amano. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped, and he wanted me to be the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself. And that's when I found you tied to a pole screaming, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Can you please drop that already? I guess I'll present. I don't know. You've already seen pretty much all this. Yeah, if I had one of these, I could be a prosecutor too, right? That's not how it works. Don't even think of stealing this from me. Is that important to you? Then why don't you wear it on your lapel? I suppose I can't really tell her that no one in the prosecutor's office wears their badges. Why does everyone ask that question of me? That's what I'd like to know. What about this thing? I really love theme parks. Too bad we're not here to have a fun time. So why did you choose this one, and why choose this to show yourself to me of all people? Because I was tailing you, silly. Duh. You were following me? But why? I mean, you're a very suspicious man. But what do you think about this? If you're going to steal anything, at least keep your hands off my lines. Alright, I'll return it to you. Here you go. I was hoping for some information in return, but my line will do for now. Come on, the Badger family is waiting for us to find and take pictures of them. And remember, you have to yell, "Badger, get!" each time or it doesn't count. Who's keeping track of that shit? Nobody's recording the thing. If this were like some sort of a, I could see this being a thing in this newfangled, new age of technology where you actually... Oh, good God. I'm thinking of the contest already. Badger selfie. It's just like, let's take a selfie with the Badger. Or better yet, it's like, if Vine was still a thing, you have to take like a Vine video. Just like, "Badger, get!" And then you're done. They even have a rule for when you take their pictures. Tell me about it. I was planning to steal all my shots, and any proper great thief should. Does the concept of stealing permeate every aspect of this girl's life? What about the Bible? It's a book of information about my arch enemy, the Blue Badger. But I won't lose to the likes of him. You just wait and see. I'm gonna write a tome of thievery. How's that, Mr. Edgeworth? The information that winds up on your wanted poster will suffice in this competition. I mean, I basically checked everything, so... I'm thinking now the only thing I could probably do is try and deduce something with logic. So let's think of this. Costumes. Seems that the costumes of the Badger family are kept in this isolated room. Aha! I see. Yes. We could take the costumes, and we could merge it with the second Blue Badger. A second Blue Badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know! It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person who wore a costume to get away. Exactly. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are... a Blue Badger, a Proto Badger, and a Bad Badger. Yes, those 3. So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Okay, noted. Aha, now, alright. So some costumes escaped. Now, We can take the shoes of the costumes and connect them. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes. More than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. Yes. So, we need to check shoes, and we need to make sure that their shoes are clean. Hello. Oh, shit. I'm not 100% on... Okay, maybe... Can I talk with you now? Pass. Can I actually look at the cat? I would like to look at the cat. Nope. Never mind. Maybe we can have a chat about something? Nope. I like this interesting remix of, oh, what was it? Oh, what theme was it? I'm blanking. Alright, the only thing I can think is that maybe I'm supposed to present that now to one of the only blue badgers in the room. There you go, dude. Certain mode recovers the blue badger now, so son of a bitch. Are you real? Come on. I mean, I've already presented everything under the sun to this dude. I don't know if anything now would be cohesive. Let me see. I'll present this new piece of evidence to you now. Whoa! Just what sort of operation is this? They... that they would allow their valuables to be stolen. It's a disgrace to the way businesses are run everywhere. Well, thieves by nature generally tend to target these types. Stealing is an abominable behavior, don't you agree, little miss? Yeah, the worst. Am I going to have to add hypocrite to the list of things you are, Missy? Didn't do anything, shit. I don't have many people to present this to. I mean, I guess I could present it to you, but it's not really going to change much, right? Looks like there's another thief afoot. Only if we assume that this is not your handiwork. Are you kidding? You know the Blue Badger is enemy number 1 to me. Can you imagine me even being on good terms with that thing? I can see you trying to frame him. Actually, it's surprisingly easy. Alright. Maybe now I can examine the footprints, and now they'll be different. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them! There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Oh dear, no! Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth! I've got him! I've got one of the culprits! No, I'm not a kidnapper, sir! Down K. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage. Sir! Roger Wilco, sir! Alright then. Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. It's a nice thought, but I don't think so. Ah! Okay, car's missing except... Oh, dear God! What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body, like we usually do. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Armano, are you saying this man is... Yes! He's my butler! How did your butler get here? How could something like this have happened? Indeed. Then why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly before Ancient Lang or his men return. Kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, then right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? For my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Right, but there doesn't appear to be too much blood sitting around. You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Well, this was on top of the Lady Badger. The Blue Badger's car is still here. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can place together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Oh. That's an interesting angle to be shooting someone at. So it was either from above or below. Or maybe he was lying down and he was shot. I don't know. Nice. I knew you could figure it out. Comes with the experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. I noticed that. Not a whole lot of blood. And also, there doesn't seem to be any place for the bullet to have ended up. Okay, so... You have anything in your hand? No. Doesn't appear so. He's wearing a thing. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? Don't take it! She seems to have regained some of her composure. Looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. Oh, and look! There's something written on the back. Colin Devore is his name. Colin Devore. But this man's name is... So maybe this is a lava or something. Oh, I can deduce things, though. Well, let me see. I mean, the only piece of evidence that we even found at this point. Victim, Deacon, shot from ABD through a shoulder. Touch the check button and we can take a look at the scene. Age 50, time of death, pending autopsy. Cause of death, preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point, lower right abdomen. Exit point, right shoulder. Despite the fact that the fatal bullet went clean through the body, there is very little blood at the site where the body was found. And if I had to take a guess, I would say that what we need to deduce is... Meh. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? I mean, it would be connected to the preliminary findings. Let's see. This piece of evidence alone solves this whole case. Really? You think so? Because to be honest, I don't really see how it solves anything. You must be confused jumping from a kidnapping to a murder. Yeah, that's it. Dude, I can't believe I made such a large blunder. That even this little girl could point it out. contradiction. There's not really a contradiction with that. I mean, the contradiction, I would say... Well, can I use a profile to do contradictions? Let me see. Nope, I cannot. But maybe I can use this. Yes! There's something not right about the name on this pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Devore. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon important piece of information. Alright, a pendant. So, I think now would be a good time to talk to an officer and actually say, we found a body! Oh boy. Lance, where are you, sweetie? Oh, jeez, who are you? Excuse me, but you are... Bud Dump? Who are you? Oh, this is bad. He's really good look. Oh, why? What? Stop it, Lauren! Can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue. Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. And she's got a ring pop, of course. His girlfriend? Oh, that's not like that. We're more like friends. We're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it. I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present for Lance. Oh. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. We see enough cartoon characters on this freaking game, so you're... May I inquire as to why you're here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance! I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden and love routine. Who, where, how'd this happen? Where did you come from? So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we sure look like... so we should look into the murder. I was about to say, we sure look like murders. Oh, dear! Hi! My men brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, this guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Oh, no! Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What, sir? I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I'll leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning. That sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. Dearie me. Shoot first, ask questions later. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by a mistake. Innocent people. Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny! I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the law of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man of false charges without even conducting an investigation? Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? You, how dare you speak such disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! Nah. Let me eyeball you. Up and down. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Zi says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by rules and their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. Oh boy. Time to fight douchebag. Shilong Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like this one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying. Beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf. And you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Zi. You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous. Oh, hi. You just carry around scrolls? Sure. Lang Zi developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put to test? Very well. Robotzel, I've been playing for a while. I'm saving real quick. There we go. Doop. There we go. Cartridge saving. Holy crap. A lot of bodies like this one being carted off in my time. So, what can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct? I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to that same conclusion. Not so fast. Don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Frickin' scrolls. Who are you? Lang Zi says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study when every child on any street corner already knows? It's that... Sheena! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction whatever's a who's it. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement, like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Very progressive, huh? Other than Officer Meekins, no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Next one, remind me. Hey, you, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun! What'd you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir! I lost my gun, sir! Shit. How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we got. You're the one who waited here outside the garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with this gun. You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here, in this garage? From the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that it was pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Langzy says, criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Hey, finally a quote even I've heard of before. Furthermore, Langzy says... line. Thank you. Successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene. Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins? It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. What?! However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shilong Lang? Just what sort of investigator are you? Alright. I didn't unlock anything. But we can probably think about what we could do with our investigative skills. So what are we trying to break here? I've seen a lot of bodies like this one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance. But even you figured that... I don't know. He was shot in a single glance. By single glance, does he mean, like, on the spot? Like, bam? And if that's the case, I wouldn't say that. Oops, not that. Victim, Deacon, shot from ABD through his shoulder. And, loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Enter point, lower right abdomen. And the exit point was the right shoulder. That's a very awkward place to be shooting. So I kind of want to say this. Nope. That statement just now stands in contradiction to this piece of evidence. That thing has nothing to do with what I was saying. Now put it away. And your logic is so badly in need of repair that you might as well throw it out too. This is the real deal here. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at a crime scene. You dare to insult the courts! with your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in the garage and killed him here with his gun. Is there any way that I can prove that he didn't do that? I mean, I don't think I have any pieces of evidence that specify that that didn't happen. Preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point. Hey, you know... No, there wouldn't be any proof of that. Despite the fact that the fatal bullet was cleaned through the body, there was very little blood at the... No. Because that's the thing. With the preliminary findings, it was clear that the murder didn't take place here. It had to have taken place somewhere else, or... in general, just something's not mixing together, because this doesn't look like the place where the killing happened. Objection! Got it! Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? What was that pose? So you did notice that there was a little too little blood? Good God. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey, you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What are you doing, neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But, sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? He's always hiding something. Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir! Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you two! Meekins' testimony. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger Mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. What is this Blue Badger Mobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger Mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Gotcha. I remember seeing that. Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnapper down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir! No. Meekins' testimony. All right, well, again, I'll go ahead and throw another save down. I can't deal with so much more yelling. I hope we can figure out what's wrong quickly. Let's go. I wasn't assigned this area, sir. Howdy, Mario came on. All right, then. Where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. He must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay. Then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? That's because it's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. What part of the case are we on? This is the part we have just recently found a body. And we are trying to get Meekins off the hook. But the only people that seem to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, yes, you are the Badger. Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so basically the beginning, yeah. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger-mobile, sir. What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Yeah, what? Be more specific. Dreams? What? Sir! The Blue Badger-mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am. Like innocent drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am. Like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I pushed the Blue Badger-mobile along as my sworn duty, sir. Pushed? I really hope that's not literal. But I got completely caught up in my role, sir. Selling dreams to the children, sir. You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers? No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. Really? Your look says otherwise. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at forcing people to confess things, Mr. Edgeworth. And that's why I'm a prosecutor. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir. Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. One of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight. Fight? Does the Blue Badger fight? Is there, like, a Blue Badger, like, super ridiculous violent anime like JoJo? I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it, the good old drop kick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir! That's right, sir! That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. Sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw in Officer Meekins' story. But I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. Okay. So what could be the flaw? I was told to check every square inch of the main gate. I also went looking for the kidnapper while selling dreams in the Blue Badger-mobile. Here's the thing. If that's the case, then what is the Blue Badger-mobile doing in this picture? Uh-oh. This evidence contradicts your statement just now. So what if it does? Wait up there, Junior. Where's this contradiction you speak of, Mr. Prosecutor? There must be something wrong with the way I'm approaching this. Maybe in reality you doubt me too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. But, sir, I'm telling you, I don't know anything, sir. Now I know something is wrong. Officer Meekins is definitely hiding something here. What are you hiding? Open your mind. I guess that was one thing that I kind of thought. Was there another piece of evidence that could prove that point? Oh, right. Yeah, shit. I picked the wrong piece of evidence. I was thinking, like, the vehicle is inside the garage. But no. Mobile shop on 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. I'm a little worried. Why was it in there if you say you were using it? There we go. Damn it. I kind of wish both of those pieces of evidence would have worked, but I get why they didn't. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir, I'm lying, sir. Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the blue Badgermobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? Actually, I just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized the blue Badgermobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen? And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Not so fast. Oh, jeez. By the way, now you know Clavier's guitar wasn't the Blue Badger, it was the Baha. That puts it yeah, I know. That kind of puts it together, because I'm like, I know the Bad Badger, that's for sure. Or at least I remember seeing that those cool sunglasses. A likely story. Who do you think's gonna buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? Car getting stolen? It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used, alright, to move the dead body. What? Damn it. You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badgermobile to transport all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me, sir! The killer, sir! It wasn't me, sir! Agent Lang, wait! What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you. Truth, schmooth. I couldn't care less. I really like Lang's jacket. So do I. Many, many ruffles. Actually, it kind of reminds me of a jacket that I saw in Japan. It had, like, Godzilla and Mount Fuji on the back, just, like, stitched to it. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon! Fight! I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey, now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. Urgh. I'm afraid the one doing the the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. You're the pretty boy here. No. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight if you don't. I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. Crapola. Things aren't going well, are they? Oh, I wonder how long the next chapter is going to be. I kind of hope it doesn't run too long, because I actually had some plans tomorrow. Yeah, Mario, you're in the chat. How long is the next chapter? Just sort of spitball it. Based on if you do, like, little to no screw-ups. Streaming... I have no idea. Again, I got plans. Kind of hoping that I could, I have absolutely no clue. If it's just some quick investigating and things like that, and then the next to be continued, that would be one thing. There's a crap load of raspy voice in here, and, like, my throat is kind of giving out. I don't want to ruin my voice at this moment. Not sure. How much longer do I have? I mean, I was kind of hoping I could I was kind of hoping I could finish this up at a convenient time of like 9:45 or like 10:25, but I don't know. I get this suspicion that this next chapter is probably not going to be that long, especially since I started this thing out at like 7:10 or so, somewhere around there. My guess is that the next chapter is probably going to be just as long. I don't know. I've played plenty of these I've played plenty of these Ace Attorney games, and the chapters tend to be consistent lengths, unless they want to throw you for a loop. So yes, I am not sure. I don't know if you could tell. There's just an ever so slight amount of rasp in my voice right now. Just a little. I don't know. I'm good with... The thing is, just like... 25 minutes, you say? You found someone who did it in 25 minutes. That's not bad. Kinda hope that sticks. I'm gonna give this a shot. So, March 13th, 1:22 p.m., Gatewater Lands main gate. Chased out like a pair of peasants. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Kay. I hope it wasn't a speed run, because, like, you know, I'm actively reading all of the stuff. And also I'm trying to, like, you know, do every little bit of the dialogue, as much as I think is necessary. There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything, however, I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal? A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with, ever. That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. When I apprehend the murderer myself. Ah, right. And I'm gonna work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go. I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just gonna drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth! Hey, Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe! Make that 30. The video was done back when YouTube had a time... Wait, a time limit? Dear God. Oh, my God. What? That's got to be an old-ass video, because I don't even remember time limits on YouTube. So I'm guessing it was like a part 1 for Middle or something. Detective Gumshoe! 2010. Jeez. Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium! Hurry, sir! This is supposed to be hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium! A witness? You! What did we tell you about leaving your assigned post? The jig is up! Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir! Go get dragged off. Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. I kind of wish we could have gotten, you know, a name. Or something to that degree. Oh, hello, truck. I thought there was a witness here. There's a cart. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, ooh. Oh my God! Long time no see! You, Miss Emma Skye, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Skye. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. But I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits? Are you still studying abroad? You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. And very soon you will be... Well, you're going to be that, but you're also going to be a raging snack-who... eater. I don't know. But it's spring break now, so I thought he'd come back for a bit. I see. So wait, were you the witness? That's a little weird. I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in the past few years. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know... Oh, oopsies. I skipped the thing. But I'm gonna be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. She's raging because she couldn't be a forensic... Oh, yeah, that's right. She's trying her best. Just a normal detective. She's putting together what she can. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Skye. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday. And I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief. By the way, cameo on the stage. Gotcha. Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do. So, why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I'd really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I just missed you. And how exactly did you know I was here? Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. Good freaking gravy. What do you have? Is that a Palm Pilot? I use these to track your footprints, and I followed them straight to you. Oh dear, that is stalkerish. This is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. Suppose that's going to help us out. You spray the chemical on the ground, and when you shine the special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. So yeah, we need to find a witness. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. What are you talking about? Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking. So, let me guess. There's been a murder, right? Yep, on the nose. Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eye. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. No, where did that person go? I wonder if maybe we could present some random nonsense and she might be able to figure stuff out. Scientifically calculating and thinking critically about this, then putting it in a way that transmits the feeling that I understand. Whew, done. She makes it sound like she knows what she's talking about. She really has no idea. Admittedly, I am slightly confused by what she just rattled off. Not really. I think it makes sense. Alright. Well, some kind of a witness sitting in here somewhere. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? So, clearly there's this thing, but... Where are you going, Mr. Edgeworth? You have to find the witness before the mean old werewolf does. You're right. The witness is supposed to be here in the stadium, but where? Good question. I assume this is another Badgermobile? Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger car. Yes, this is the retina-searing pink model. Ooh. Oh, wait, Mario has got a gigantic fun fact to share. Hold on. What's that off in the distance? What is off in the distance? Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Hi. Oh hey, it's the pink badger! Badger, get! Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Just what does she see in these silly things? dear God, no. I think the Badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak Badger dance. Please take off the helmet. Alright. Fun fact, director Yamazaki's original plan was to create a detective game starring Emma. However, producer Ashiro saw Edgeworth in his mind as the main character. And partly because he was seen as more of a popular character, of course. That's usually what it comes down to. No, this one's popular. He will be on the cover. The game was developed as a follow-up and a spin-off of the Ace Attorney series. And that's basically how it's been laid out so far. Okay. You... Please take off your... Why? I cannot... Tough love. Where? Take off helmet, please. No! Shit! God damn it! Okay, I really would have stopped the stream if I knew that Old Bag was showing up. Yeah! I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore! You're... No! Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief. Edgy Poo! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really, I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying in character, but you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you? I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm gonna just be direct. If I had a bad feeling before... but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical, not my day, into the realm of walking nightmare. So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? You could say that. But right now, I'm just the Pink Badger, dearie. She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman. My name is Wendy Oldbag, but you can call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. What do I care about you young whippersnappers like you? Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite. No. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met? I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in where there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are, talking with two young girls. Stop horning in on my brides. Men are altered with young girls. Why did the other day to notice me? When it got into the race, when he sees her, and all they say is first act. No, God, no. Can I go to bed now? You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, please, I'm begging you, by all means, I do not provoke her any further. Ugh, my reaction was priceless. Good to know. Please tell you're the witness, I guess. Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today. Yeah, I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is the witness. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder! You mean to say that you witnessed something being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. If it's hurting your voice, do you want to stop? I'll hold out for as long as I feel it's necessary. I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Looks like we hit the jackpot. Mr. Edgeworth. It's not what I would call it. Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately.
What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo?
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. Oh, I got a bottle of water right here. I'm good. I've been through worse. I've done 4-hour streams and my vocal cords weren't happy at the end of them. I'm saving just to make sure we don't have to futz around. Doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop. Got it. Honestly, I kind of want to skip through as much dialogue as possible. So now I'm just trying to think, like, what's the contradiction? Came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over. I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. So wait a minute. Two men facing each other. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot... No! That can't be how it happened, because the gunshot was at a really awkward angle. So I would have to... Oh, please tell me this is right. Nope. Don't skip dialogue. That's not like me. No. I don't know. I'm just trying to sort of guess, being like, maybe I could figure it out now. This piece of evidence says otherwise. Stoneface. Great job, Mr. Edgeworth. She's so lost, she's just staring blankly at you now. Perhaps there is something that I need to figure out through her testimony. Or there's something that I'm completely missing. Trying to think of this. So, hey, here's another fun thought. Apparently, according to this picture, there's only one pink badger located anywhere in the park. And she's the only one. Interesting. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and just do some of the dialogue. Okay, short break. Let's see. You mean you took a break from being the pink badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat, your hip cracks with pain, you even begin to dream about work.
That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know?
Well, that's why I chose to come and take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
So what did you see while you, the pink badger, were resting?
Oh, yes, that will. As I was resting,
I happened to glance over. I saw two men facing each other in the... You saw two men? Can you describe them for me?
They looked like your average Joes. Completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. Now, I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
Jesus, not everything is about being a horn dog. You freaking old cougar, you. But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men.
No. Good God. Yeah, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over the Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two were just fools compared to a stallion like you.
No. Do not turn me into an old lady sex object. No.
I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Suddenly there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground.
You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place?
Absolutely! That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired.
You didn't try to go to help the person that got shot?
I'm only one person, you smart aleck brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help.
2 men, 1 bullet. It's all consistent with what I found on the found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
Self-centered, are we? While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem. Oh, wow, yeah, there was actually... I had to go through a whole bunch of her dialogue. Surprise. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? So, about this new problem... What is that giant grin on your face for? Do you want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you.
Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're gonna like.
Ooh, is that one of those new flip phones? What is that gadget you're holding?
What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief.
Oh, I should have known it would be worthless.
Oh, don't be like that. Tee-hee. Ahem.
Oh, bullcrap. Future technology. What do you think now? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares takes wing, one alone remains all seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood!
Oh, cool. What is this?
This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief.
Little Thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I use it like this... Oh, I see. Miss Oldbag said that the 2 men were facing each other, and the gunshot rang out, and the victim fell to the ground.
Bullshit powers. Indeed. Away! Magical bullshittery. Ah, so with this we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So, what do you think?
I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days. Yes, it's more advanced than even the police.
Well, it is super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information, or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony.
You got it. You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
I am a genius. Right now, this simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got a little thief with me. So you just let me know, okay?
Send me the Awkward Zombie comic.
It's been a while since I've actually seen an Awkward Zombie comic.
I think Awkward Zombie is comics, right? I think, if I'm remembering right. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right, but...
But if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here.
Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? What would be missing? Let me think. Well, this is the victim we're talking about. And this is the victim that was there. Crud. Can't actually look at the picture.
I'm trying to think about okay, so what would be missing in this circumstance? I mean, I don't think I don't think the necklace would be factored in. Probably not. Maybe a bullet hole, perhaps? Because I don't know. There wasn't any specific stuff about a bullet. This is the contradiction. Is something wrong with my recreation? If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one? Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right? Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony.
Digipoo! How could you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down!
You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Oh. I just had an idea in my head, and it would be great if they took this avenue. Wouldn't it be amazing if he was killed in one of the Badger costumes? That'd be, actually, come to think of it, let me think about this. So, we have distinctly seen that the Proto-Badger was one of them, actually, I have no friggin' idea how that would be the case, but that would be hilarious, wouldn't it? And then the Badger costume was the thing that held the blood in. But anyways, I don't know, I'll leave that as just a theory. It's the silhouette of the killer who with his gun at the ready. Kay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer? No. Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief. She has a point. So we have that info. Hi, Emma.
This is amazing! Just feel the power of science!
Can I present anything to you at this point? I don't really know what the heck... Alright, I suppose now it's time to talk with you, now that we've done the thing.
What is this, some sort of new attraction?
I feel like I'm probably missing something else. Like, is there anything just off to the sides, or... Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's only recreated the elements of the scene of the crime. Anything else to do with the body? Why is there no blood? There must be some explanation. I think it's hinting at the idea... Yeah. I think it's hinting at the idea that I should use my logic. Victim was kidnapper. Following the kidnapper's prints led us to the body. Was the victim in a Yes. Interesting. There we go. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume? Yes, I figured that might be where we're going. So, you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume there's a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes, then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground. Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume. You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some... Emma! Problem is finding them since there doesn't seem to be any around. Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. So do I. Time to layer the scientific investigation. Emma, about the method you were talking about for finding footprints.
Finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work.
Do we all just have super eyes? Oh my god. Oh wait, no, here we go. She shut him off. I was just like, whose silhouette's whose? Everybody is very pixelated. Hey, found something! Look right here. I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. Ooh, neat. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest. Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Done. Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info. Hologram. Okay, stand out. There's something amazing watching the blue badger getting shot. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died. And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right? I see the recreation has changed in accordance with this new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention. What, Mr. Edgeworth?
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. We're back. Okay, short break.
As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. Very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
So does this mean Miss Oldbag's testimony has a contradiction? Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldbag to put into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. And I wonder if this is something that we're going to have to press out, or if we're going to have to object out. First off, saves. Done. I see no reason why this would be any different, but let's see. Took a break from being the Pink Badger. This is the same kind of thing. Okay, why did you take a rest? Oh yes, that, well. I happened to glance over, I saw two men facing each other. I wonder... You saw two men, can you describe them? I wonder if this is the contradiction. Being like, how could you not describe, like, a 6-foot-tall blue man who looks like a jester?
Average Joe's!
No. Any special features? Anything? You seem pretty worked up. No. Loud gunshot. Person who shot fell to the ground. I wonder if now I could potentially press on this. He was likely wearing a costume due to footprint shape and lack of... Let's see. Yes! Scientific deduction. Two men? How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. What? I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, yeah, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical case, sensing whatever.
Of course, these seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap.
I can see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Why, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow.
Ah. Oh, how useful this testimony is.
My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young and I could spot a good 100 plays, of course, and then also know to take flash when easy. I could pick out, and we're going to be doing this for about 20 minutes. Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay? You got it.
So you saw it from up there, did you? Dig in. There's no real way to actually go up there. Here. This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume. The silhouette can change depending on the information I input. But Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. We may even find more information with which to make a more accurate sim. Alright, sounds like a plan. Can't really do anything with... Okay. So now we have this guy. Silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible... Oh, right. No. Nut face. Anything else going on in the simulation? Oh, I can examine stuff here. It looks like they broke the stage down. Wait, shadow of the stage? I guess that means they're done for the day. Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. Tore down the stage. When did they tear down the stage, I wonder? Because I don't think the murder would have happened while the stage was still up. Perhaps, maybe, I don't... Let me see here. Hard to make out the killer and victim that Old Bag saw in the stage's shadow. The stage was do these connect? It seems like they don't. Maybe that is the connection. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. There we go, that's it. Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief? Yes, if you please. Okay. Right. Wash our eyes in another layer of green. Oh, dear. Oh, wait. No, now this has changed. Now the angle makes sense. There is clearly a contradiction. A contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines. Exactly. That confused me for a second. Ah, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me. Look at the... Yeah, I noted that before. It was just like, I recognize that symbol. I suppose, in any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way. Because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at that time. Yeesh. I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything? Yes, well... In any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation. Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Old Drag?
Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage.
That what? Well, no. No. The entry... Wait, no. This doesn't make any sense because the entry wound is located at the bottom of the torso and the exit is through the shoulder. See, now let me update this info, so that still doesn't make any sense to me. Unless I'm wrong, unless I forget that wrong. Yeah, I'm still not liking this. Well, what do we hear? Bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Hey, dude. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scene.
Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium.
I see. Thanks.
For what?
Now I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little thief is not a toy. You two!
Sir! So yes, we need, like, 5 gallons of luminol. Wow, they set that up quick.
And there you have it. You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl.
Yeah, but it saves frickin' time.
Now this is a recreation.
So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer?
Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook.
More of this dude's logic.
This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed up, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
But again, I don't think it makes sense from what I remember reading. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thank you for understanding my little crow girl.
Yeah. She does kind of look like... Oh, yeah, she's got the symbol, too. She sort of looks like a crow, too. To an extent.
I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. Real scene of the crime. I don't know why I'm pushing this, but... It looks like we found the real crime scene first.
Brag all you want. But we don't have all the free time, unlike the two of you.
You know what you remind me of? A dog licking its wounds as he whimpers home.
Well, guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. Zaxi. That's how we say thanks in my country.
You're welcome. I hope he realizes we didn't do all this for him.
But I'm here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime took place. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage.
Lying in wait. How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here?
Simple. He was investigating the kidnapper, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
And why would the good officer want to ambush kill a kidnapper?
You mean his motive? Who knows? And who cares? You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no respect for the order of law.
Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise.
He's right. The lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself.
So, the officer lay in wait on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high.
I don't think so. So, you agree with how our recreation turned out?
Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time.
Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage.
Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own?
Or maybe there's a completely different reason.
What's it matter? Still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below.
That's the truth, you little recreation. That's fluff as all. I know what the hell's going on here. If we actually look at the autopsy, It says specifically here, preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point, lower right abdomen, and the exit point, right shoulder. So, in fact, the way that we currently have it set up is impossible to be able to shoot him in that manner from the top of the stage down. I rest my case. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said that the victim was shot by the killer from the up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body specifically, where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look, but I did. Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. Then, yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction. You're just counting your own conclusion? No, this one is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. The killer's and the victim's locations. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong. I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. Which means that the killer was in a suit. Bamski. If this is what happened, it also explained the positioning of the gunshot wounds. But then, what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume. This is starting to get loony and circusy. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. That's violent. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Boy, what the heck were they arguing about? Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Doesn't really prove anything about Meekins. Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. Yeah, I figured. I asked that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. But there were no tire tracks. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. 3 tire tread marks are very telling, however. Is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Not quite. Well, we're doing pretty good. Saves. Let us continue. Tire marks. Take another good look at the tire marks. The tire marks. Yeah, the tire marks. The ones there, behind the stage. Yes, I see them. They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made, They must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct?
Yes, and probably around the same time as when the Keyless footprints were made. The tires on that Blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I'd say it's the Blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too.
3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badgermobile. 3 tire marks. I have to agree that the Blue Badgermobile has 3 tires.
Of course! The only thing in this park that could make those marks is the roving shop.
Are you forgetting that there are, in fact, 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and the Pronto Badgermobiles, Agent Lang.
Of course I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie.
Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct?
Of course not.
Well, that was blunt.
But suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts. He drove that Blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder.
So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the Blue Badgermobile?
Must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
Besides the Blue Badgermobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Not too fast. Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like? Only the Blue Badgermobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof.
I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement in regards to this scene?
Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams.
Death cart. Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. 3-tired tread marks are very telling, however. Is the Blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Well, we don't really have any particular proof about the pink one.
And we don't have a labeling about the tire treads coming from the other mobile. So I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to be presenting at this stage. That's about the body. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to check this. Hey, wait a minute. Nope. I think I got it. There's no mud on those freaking tires. So, hold on a second. Tire marks over there. 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badgermobile. Drove the Blue Badgermobile and committed the murder. I feel like this might be the one. Got it! Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale.
And why is that?
Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' Blue Badgermobile! One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the Blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium? Well, clearly, the tire. Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stand out as very peculiar indeed.
Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hank, I got it. What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile?
Don't be ridiculous! I was sleeping the entire time in the second tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving store, as I recall. Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger? That creepy bastard. That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage. And it proves the existence of a Proto-Badger-mobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto-Badger-mobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Yeah. Huh? Who? Hey, did you hear something? Hey. Hell. Oh, what the hell? What the fuck? Help me. Where the hell did you come from? Are you alright? Well, this is something. Looks like we found a kidnapping victim. Jesus. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. What is it? Can't understand what you're trying to say. Kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces on the kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kids said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, you gonna get out of my crime scene or am I gonna have to get rough? Again? You're nothing but a big bully! Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go! Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. Oh, no, don't you steal this new piece of technology. Synchronized glasses removal. Yeah, they are too cool for school. I'm not about to let you get away that easy. Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you.
That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just wanted to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come here, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maidens?
Don't get swooned.
My, you little rascal. You sure know how to wade into a woman's heart.
Last thing he says. Passage of time is but a fleeting moment. And the late I am missed the rest of it. I don't care either way.
Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
Sir, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves, leaves us, or whatever. Here, damn it. I'm leaving. I'm skipping these dialogues a little bit too quickly. Mr. Edgeworth! Can't do anything. We don't have legal reign over this. To be continued. Well, that actually did last about as long as you said, Mario. Somewhere around like 30 minutes. I just wish it was an old bag. That's all I want. Whatever. I think that will do it for the stream tonight. Especially since, yeah, if there's any more old bag language, I cannot do it. But hey, I managed to hold out pretty good. I think my voice is going to be okay. Anywho, thanks for popping out into the stream. I saw one or two people pop in and out just to watch the stream for a little bit. And Mario hung out for a while, so hello. So if you want to take a look at this episode after it's done, I didn't do a whole lot of futzing around, so I'll probably just do a little bit of trimming and I'll upload it to the YouTube channel as soon as I get the chance. I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays. I'm starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Some other games I currently have on the docket. I have been playing Breath of the Wild. I want to get back to that because I kind of left it at a really crappy cliffhanger. I've also been playing West of Loathing, which is freaking weird and hysterical. I've been waiting for the Stardew Valley multiplayer to come out because I really want to play that. And apparently it's coming out sometime in the spring, which it's getting very freaking close. And then, of course, I've been playing Ace Attorney Investigations, which this has been a hoot and a half. Oh, I just noticed. Now I can see the kitty on the barrel. Adorable. And also, I've been thinking about doing another HTC Vive stream sometime soon, because those things are always fun and ridiculous. And also, it gives me a reason to actually use this $700 abomination that I bought. But anyways, yes, I'm going to head off now. Again, thanks for coming out. See you next time.